but I would like to say the biggest problem we have is awareness. People do not know the dangers of electronic waste. The other problem is leadership. We don't have committed governments that take care of the environment. And any government that does not take care of resources and the environment, then there is a problem. And that is the biggest problem, as I said, is awareness. The other problem is leadership in African governments. That is the biggest, because we cannot just manage our countries without taking care of health of the people and the resources, because we live on resources and we should be healthy to work for the country. So those are the major handles, I would say, because if people know the dangers, they also take personal responsibility.
Yes, I agree. The awareness is in general very low, whether someone is a leader of a company or a leader of a political appointed position. So, which is totally fine, because you can be a leader of something without having specific knowledge of the issues. But could it be then that the experts are simply not being listened to? Because I think that's...
Simone, governments use policies to work. So if there are no policies and regulations, that's another challenge. And that's why we're having problems. And even if you know the right way to do things and there are no policies to support that, then there's a problem. Like now we have e-waste in our neighboring country. We cannot bring that e-waste here, and is stored in containers because there is no agreement. And we have East African protocol that allows movement of goods and services, but we are not clear. So when you get to the border, then you are stopped. So that needs to be communicated, and that's what I'm saying. We need a commitment by the governments to really take care and be serious on issues or on environment. So those, if we are keen, and whatever we discuss here, somebody suggested, I think it's James from Liberia, we need next meeting to invite policy makers and people who are responsible, so that whatever we discuss, we're able to move. Otherwise, we can have the ideas and we have nowhere to take the ideas because there are no policies. And even the top, they are not sensitized. Because if you are staying in the city center of Nairobi, and all the pollution and smoke and all that, and the tires being burned in Kikomba in Town Street, and you are leading this country, then you're also exposed. And that's why you find some countries like Canada, they will move their government offices out of the industrial towns. So we have to be careful as human beings. God has given us this world, and we should use our wisdom to take care of ourselves. If we don't take care of ourselves, we are dead. And our generation, we have no resources, and we will inherit a very sick nation.
I agree with you totally. We need to start with taking care of everything around us so that we even survive. the Earth would probably survive without us, but yeah.
Yes.
So it's quite a commitment that is needed from the government. And then about this awareness raising, the government needs to do their part, of course. How can we then work with other institutions, would you say? Because I'm thinking there are so many associations, etc. What is your experience of that, and or your wish, if you were to wish how it was working? How should we reach people?
One way of reaching people is using the media. We also need to sensitize the media on the issue, the importance of sustainable development, issue of environment, because you find in African countries, our media is concerned on the OT news, and OT news, political news, fightings, wars, and all those things. But we are not keen on humanity issues like the environment, like talking about education, health. That is what should come first. And if media can be keen on talking about environment, as WEEE Centre, we have tried to sensitize and train some of the young, but I will also would like to have more training on how to sensitize the citizens, and this should happen in other countries, not only in Kenya. So media is very key. The other area, other association or government institution like NEMA in each country must also be very proactive, because it's not about enforcing the law or regulations, but about sensitizing people, because you do not have to arrest people when they don't know why they are being arrested. So we need a lot of sensitization from the government arm, the NEMA, Ministry of Environment. We also need to push this down to our learning institutions, to schools. We need to have a curriculum emphasizing on the importance of